So there's something that I've learned that is beautiful about just really enjoying or being comfortable with the sort of simple or the ordinary parts of life, specifically about your career and career growth and my career. And I've learned to sort of embrace that season of life when things aren't always happening, whether it's like you're going through a job interview process or you're looking for a new role or whatever the case may be. But it's the sort of simple and the space in between those crazy moments that are happening in life. Now, before I dive more into that, I do want to say welcome to the Practical Place. My name is Ryan Holguin. I am a certified project management professional. I've been able to cut my teeth in corporate America at a company and an organization where I started off in customer service, have been able to work my way up to a project manager, and then now I work and function as a chief of staff where I help provide insights to leaders to help make better decisions for the organization and for everybody around me. So I like to talk about my career growth, and hopefully it helps anybody that is like-minded or on a similar journey. I also like to dabble in other things that I'm interested in, like sports, data, what's going on in the world from a macro sense, specifically like business and things like that. So if any of that interests you, I would encourage you to subscribe. I've got a little over 370 subscribers. I've been doing this for about a year and a half, and so I really appreciate everybody for joining the community. But yeah, as I was saying, I was running today, and there was a few things that were going through my mind. I run and I'm usually listening to an audiobook or something, and my mind starts to wander just dependent on whatever the topic's being discussed at the moment. And one of the things I was thinking about was this idea of, right now I'm working on a project where I have to really pull a lot of data, and I'm trying to really put it in a dashboard sort of setting. And it's a lot of data. It's the most amount of data I've worked with. And I'm not like a data scientist. I'm not a data analyst or anything like that. But some of my role has kind of pushed me to do that. But I also enjoy doing that. So it's great because it helps me learn the business, learn some of the ways we categorize certain data points, and it just really helps me understand the business more. But and one of the things I've learned, a part of that is even in that small project is like there's a lot of waiting, there's a lot of patience, because I have to pull data, and you're talking thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of rows that I'm working with, and there's sometimes you have to wait for it to load. And there's a lot of that where I can switch over and do a different task while I'm waiting for it to load and then come back to it. But that's a lot of like what I've learned about like career and career growth. It's like, and life too, but like specifically thinking about career is like, there's not always chaos happening in my career. There's not always like, oh, there's a round of interviews coming up, or there's, I'm always looking for the next thing. Like I in my mind, I'm always want to grow, but I'm not always looking for a next opportunity or whatever. That's just me. Now, there's probably some out there that would disagree with that say you've always got to be thinking about the next thing or the next role. And it's not to say that I'm not, but I'm not. It's kind of hard to describe, but I'm not, discontent with where I'm at, because I'm always thinking about that next thing. There was a time early on in my career where I did sort of think that way, but it was more of like an anti perspective, where I was just sort of anti what I was doing at that moment, and I wanted something better. And it was like the grass is greener sort of perspective. But I just learned that most of life is made up in the ordinary, in the simple, in the everyday, mundane sort of parts of your life. And that's where a lot of the building blocks happen. There's so many ways, so many analogies that I can think about that sort of relate to this. And one of them is like running. Like today, I was running, and I usually run 3 times a week. Not always, not perfect, but I try to run 3 times a week, 20 minutes each time. That seems to be good for me, just for my goals and whatever I want to accomplish. But there's times and even moments today in my run where I didn't really want to be out there. And that's, again, like life, where it's like you're going through the motions, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, or what you think is what's best for you at that time, and your mind is not necessarily there. The motivation, the internal intrinsic drive is not necessarily there, but the beauty, or a lot of the strides or progress that I've made, has been able to overcome that thought or that feeling where I don't feel like doing it, or I don't want to do it, and still doing it, because it's consistent with this overall goal or direction I want to go in my life. And one of those things in this specific instance is just I want to overall be healthy, whatever that looks like. And to me, running is something that helps me do that. I enjoy it. It allows me to listen to a book or any sort of content that helps me grow, while at the same time growing physically, mentally, clearing my brain or whatever. And so there's so many aspects to where if I operated based off how I felt or what I was thinking in that moment, and it was inconsistent with the overall way that I wanted to be, then I would live kind of an inconsistent life. Because there's days where, I get up and I don't want to, put my best foot forward, but I still try to, and I don't always do this perfectly, but I still try to. And more often than not, you look at it in a macro sense, whether a month has passed by or a quarter or whatever, and you're like, man, I'm glad I was consistent with staying the course, even though I didn't feel like it a lot of the times there. And so, yeah, there's like I said, several analogies I could think of as far as just like being consistent even when you don't want to be. And a lot of life is really in that ordinary, mundane, sort of not sexy parts of life. Everybody, especially with social media and everything out there, the movies, and I'm not saying this is bad, I'm just thinking out loud here. It's like, of course, the stories are going to be more about sort of the exception, the really dramatic, chaotic situations that are happening in life, and that's what people project online. Even at work. I mean, I'm sure you deal with people that project sort of what they do or how awesome they are, but the results, maybe the work isn't there. And I'm not putting down anybody. That just happens. That's just the reality of it. And I've never wanted to be the person where I talk a lot, but I don't actually follow through on what I'm saying, right? I can sit here and talk about how awesome I am or how good of ideas I have, but like anybody can do that. And I've said this in several videos. It's like anybody can point out a solution. Anybody can come up with a good idea. It's having that idea and then executing and following through with that idea. And that's, again, it's the ordinary. A lot of this stuff is sort of simple that I've learned, and it's not guaranteeing any sort of success. But personally, I feel very like happy and very content with like, I wake up every day. I have a general idea of who I want to be in life, what type of legacy I want to live. And not everything is like worked out like that, I know, like, but I have this idea of like when I'm 60, who I want to be. And when I look back at my life, where I, what I did, and I knew the whole time I was staying consistent with living a healthy lifestyle, being faithful with the job that I had in front of me, not slandering people, not putting people down to make myself feel better, like things like that, where those are a lot of attributes that I had when I was really young, and younger in my career, where it made I felt better whenever I just would slander people, or put them down, or look at gaps that they had or weaknesses they had. But now I've really embraced that sort of the ordinary, where a lot of work is done, a lot of growth is happening in the Monday through Friday, where you don't have a job interview coming up, you don't have a big presentation you have to do. It's in the everyday, just kind of put your, pound the pavement and you just go. And the general, not aimlessly, but you have a direction, a sense of direction, whatever that looks like, and you just go. So I found a lot of beauty in that. I found a lot of beauty in just embracing, looking at my own weaknesses and looking at the areas I want to grow. And a saying that I sort of tell myself and sometimes will say out loud, not like a mantra, but something that always comes up. It's almost like what's the alternative? Like I really appreciate truth. Just transparency, whatever that looks like. Like if it's proof and data, right? Okay, hey, we're down 3% this year or this month or this quarter. I appreciate that truth, because that means now I ask this question: what's the alternative? We can sit here and try to change the numbers. But to me, the alternative is, we now have to live in light of this and try to do better, right? Try to look at areas where we're weak and grow. I try to do that in my everyday life on a personal level, and then I'm trying to apply that at my work. And it's allowed me to grow in areas. And again, none of this I've done perfectly, and I'm going to probably mess up next week, but it's a general direction that I'm trying to head in my life, to where I appreciate the beauty in the simple, in the ordinary, and I try to stay consistent with who I generally know I want to be, or which direction I want to go in life. So those are sort of my thoughts, or what I was thinking on as I was running today, just thinking about, I'm working on projects where I got to wait and sit and just kind of be patient. And then in your career, you just kind of have to sit and wait and be patient sometimes. Don't hear that as sort of passive language or a passive attitude where you sit back and you hope something falls in your lap. There's a balance of being patient, but also putting your best foot forward and working as hard as you can to sort of have those two things match up to where the patience and the thoroughness and the proactivity sort of meet, and then opportunities sort of come from that. So it's your career. Obviously, do what you see fit. Everybody's career and values are different. For me, this sort of the way I'm expressed today is generally how I think about things, or how I have been thinking about things lately. They might change next week, but that's just where I'm at today. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, are you somebody who obsesses over these big moments, or you need to have big things happening in your life for you to have satisfaction, or are you okay with and find contentment and you're comfortable with the ordinary, the mundane, knowing that that's where growth happens? You persevere through the ordinary with your mindset on the goal, whatever that is, or the direction, and you see it through. Again, running, a last analogy, it's like, and this is pretty easy one, right? But it's like running a marathon or running, you have an idea of the goal, you start, you have this real high, you're excited, you're energetic, but then when you get halfway there, mile 15, mile 20, you're like, oh man, like I still got 6 miles to go, or I still got 16 miles to go, or whatever. And you're like, I've done a lot, but I just can't see a clear path forward. I can't see the end. But if you detach yourself in that moment from what you think or how you're feeling, and you just continue to persevere, good is going to come from the other side of that, whether that's growth, whether that's achieving the goal, whatever that might be. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you're somebody who is like-minded in that, or if you see it a different way. How do you see it? Maybe it helps somebody else. Maybe it gives me a new perspective on how to view this, the ordinary. But yeah, if you appreciated this video, if you found it fruitful, helpful, intriguing in any way, I would encourage you to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it to your LinkedIn community or whoever you like to share things with. I would really appreciate it. Again, until next time, this is Ryan Holguin with The Practical Place. I will see you in the next video.